Well, good evening, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful week. Sorry, I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm a little delirious right now, but I'm feeling fine. Wanted to come on and just continue on with my project that I started a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, I think we're gonna get some rest right after this. So, how is everybody? I hope you guys are all doing wonderfully. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Let's do some quick shout outs to see who is here. So we got Kim Burris here. She's waving hello. Hello, Miss Kim. And Linda Faust is here. And Donna Hoskins is saying hey, hey, hey. Hey, girl. And Candice Zimenoff is here. Hello, Candice. Janice Miller. How you doing, girl? Donna Hoffler saying hello, hello. Hello, Donna. And Katie Crafts is here. Hello, Katie. Hey, Melster. How you doing? And let's see. Sorry, my screen just kind of froze. Sorry about that. Let's see. Donna Hoskins is here. Hey, Donna. And Diane Watson is here. Hello, Miss Diane. Sandy Adger is here. She's saying hello. June Hansen, how are you? Thank you for joining here tonight. And Laura Sup. What's up? Laura, how you doing? And Barb McKinley, how are you? Kelly Quilts and Cruises is here. She's saying howdy, my quilting friends. Hello, hello, Kelly. And Jackie is here. Hello, Jackie. And Miss Around to It is here. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. Donna Munson is here. Hello, Donna. Susan You're Out is saying you're out the only one who didn't get enough rest. I got zero sleep last night. Okay, Susan. So, well, we're in this together, I guess. But happy that you're here. Yeah. It was one of those nights where you just couldn't rest. I mean, I think I finally fell asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, got up at 4, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So, yeah, didn't get much sleep last night. Boo-hoo-hoo. Not sure why. My mind was I just couldn't shut down my mind. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Hello, Miss Remo J. So, what am I up to tonight? Well, as you saw in the description, I am going to be continuing on with my farmer's wife quilt. But before we get started with that, a few housekeeping notes. Okay, so what has been going on? This Saturday, the day has finally come. Saturday the 13th. Is it the 13th? Yes, the 13th. I've been mentioning this for quite a while now and just reminding everyone. So Saturday, Zoom call for people that want to join in on this project. We'll just be sewing together and just chatting away. So those of you that had emailed me, you should have already received the Zoom invitation and all the information. If you did not receive it, please let me know with that, and I can try and resend it to you. Hello, Miss Pearl Medina. How are you? Okay, so I'm kind of excited about it. It's I haven't been. I used to do the monthly Zoom call in collaboration with T Quilts, and that's how I kind of met some of you out there face to face. But since then I kind of stopped doing it, and then kind of excited to do it again. So yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of fun. Okay. Second thing. Now, for those of you who are fans of Miss Sobecca, she has her own YouTube channel. She is sponsoring a year-long project called the Traveling Quilt, and every month for the rest of the year, she reached out to a number of different YouTubers, and she wanted to do this collaboration in which we're all making one row of a quilt. And so the first of every month, each collaborator or whoever's involved in this will actually reveal their row. So Becca was the first one. She was in January, and she kind of introduced the project to everybody. Sean, the guy who sews, was February. Beth from Goody Goods she was March, and the video for April just came out, I think last week, and that is Kelly, in which I will type in, if you type in exclamation KELLI, that'll take you to her YouTube channel, and you can check out her video. She is Farm on Highway J. Interesting name there. Oh, I just dropped something. Sorry. Okay. So I'm actually part of this whole year-long project. My video is actually going to be coming out in November, but we also have other people like Memoirs of a Long-Arm Quilter. She's coming up, I believe. Who's the others? I keep forgetting who. Amy Dement. I forget the name of her channel, but she's also coming up later on this year. So if you want a list of the entire people, or all the people that are involved in this, you can go to Sobecca's her YouTube channel. If I type in exclamation Becca, I think. And she has like a playlist of everybody who's involved, and the videos that have already been released are also on there. So check it out. There's quite honestly, there's some people involved in this that I've never met personally, and I'm glad that I got to meet these people and find out about their channels as well. So check it out. It's the Traveling Quilt. And why is that link not working? Oh, I typed it in wrong. Sorry. It's exclamation Sobecca. Now it should work. Please work. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there's the link for Becca's YouTube channel. Click on the playlist options, and then you'll see the 2024 Traveling Quilt playlist. Okay. Ooh. Let's see, what else do I have? I did not see this person check in yet, but Miss Greenland Quilter, that is Katie, she had requested that we do, I guess, an interview call. So we were supposed to do it last Saturday, but I hope she's feeling better. She wasn't feeling good at the time. So we are rescheduling it for April 20th. So be on the lookout for that. Now, I'm not sure if she's going to just do like a Zoom call and we'll just do it live, or if she's going to record it and then edit it later. So yeah, stay tuned for it. But kind of looking forward to getting to know her. I have been watching some of the replays on her channel. She does a lot of sewing collaborations, and she just talks to different or YouTubers on there. So if you don't know the Greenland Quilter, go check out her YouTube channel as well. Okay. Sorry, I see that the chat is kind of scrolling, so let me go back. See if I missed any questions. Sorry about that. And Kelly Quilts and Cruises says, we all bounce around YouTube from live stream to live stream. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually funny because once I was, when Missouri Star used to do the Tuesday morning live, I kind of popped in there one time and I noticed that I knew half the people in there just because we were all we were all kind of called ourselves the YouTube quilt groupies that just hop from channel to channel to channel or on live to live to live. So it was funny. Okay. Hello, Miss Mary Jane Ellinger. How are you? Glad you made it here tonight. Okay, so Susan says, I will be out of town on Saturday, so can't do the Zoom. I'm excited that I will be going to QuiltCon in Phoenix in February. All right. Hoping to meet some of you on YouTube creators there. Okay, so Susan, well, I'm kind of contemplating on actually going next year, so whoops, sorry about that. So we might just see you there. Hello, Miss Delia. Glad you made it here tonight. And Suzanne Taylor, hello, hello. Okay, and Kelly says, Katie is great to chat with. We did a sew along, kind of, on Zoom. Okay, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Hello, Miss Vera. How are you? Okay, do I have any other announcements or housekeeping things that I should remind people on? Nope. So, on with the project for tonight. Okay, so let me switch camera views here. Oops, sorry. Okay, so again, continuing on with the Farmer's Wife quilt. A lot of people have been saying that they do have this book. Unfortunately, a lot of people have also been saying that this book has been collecting dust and they haven't worked on the quilt. I'm guilty of that too. So tonight we are doing the Batwing, which is this one here. And we'll do the Big Dipper. Now, I kind of got started with the Big Dipper because, well, it's pretty simple actually. It's just a bunch of quarter square triangles getting sewn together. But I was kind of experimenting with different techniques on how to do this. So now, again, this book is not really a pattern booklet. It's just, well, it gives you a bunch of templates. And I did look this up. There are over 130 templates that make up this, or according to this book, they created 130 different, over 130 different templates in which you can, if you Google the Farmer's Wife quilt, you can actually download all of the templates on like a PDF or just print them out. I wasn't about to do all of that. No. So what I've been doing is just kind of looking at the block and trying to figure out what measurements or how to construct the block. And, well, I've been kind of screwing up on some of them, if you've seen the past two videos. But you know what? You make a mistake and you learn. So now, the Big Dipper, I'm going to actually tackle this one first because I know this is the easier one. This one, the Batwing, has a few, shall we say, cut sizes that are kind of unusual. This this block here looks like it's a regular flying geese, but it's actually not. So let's get started. So I actually started making, well, I'm going to start with the Big Dipper. That's block number 6. And I actually got some of the blocks already started. I actually made 2 of them. And when I looked at the construction on this, I said, you know, we could probably do this in a different way. How I constructed the block, or how I constructed these guys, was I actually cut each of these individual triangles out separately and then sewed them back together, which I thought was kind of ridiculous. So I'm experimenting with this, and I want to see if this technique actually works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the next 2, I'm actually going to use, these are basically charm squares of the same fabric, and I am going to do I'm going to do 2 at a time half square triangles, in which now I'm going to mark my line. And quite honestly, I'm not 100% this will work, but if I do the calculations correctly, it should work. And I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch away on both sides of that line. Of course, most of us already know how to do this, so why am I explaining it? Flip that around and it won't be hard to spot Eric and Ian. They are the tallest. Yeah, that's actually, whenever I'm at the quilt show, people just look up and they find me somehow. Okay, so I got 2 half square triangles here. Hello, Miss Gayla. Donna Hoskins is asking, have you talked about your poll yet? So thank you for asking that, Donna. If you haven't seen that yet, I did put a poll on the community tab or on my community page asking, do you use a friction pen? And a lot of people have said that they do. There's quite a handful that say they don't, and then there's also a small handful that says they don't even know what a friction pen is. Now, the reason why I put that poll out there is because I do have a video coming out in which we're going to talk about the friction pen. And so it was, as I was doing some of the research behind the uses of the friction pen, found out some very interesting facts. For example, did you know that the friction pen was not intended for quilters to use? I didn't know that. So I was just kind of curious to see what are people's opinions about the friction pen, and kind of got the response that I was expecting, in which you're going to have a handful that says yes, they use it. You're going to have a handful that says nope. And you're going to have a small handful that's maybe not familiar with it. So, yeah. Vera Weeks says, I bought the Farmer's Wife book. I'm enjoying it. I would like to make a bigger block, though. I'm not into 6-inch blocks. My fingers are too big. Yes, I understand that, Vera. No screw ups. Everything is a design element. Well, thank you, Kelly. Glad you have confidence in me on that. Okay, so what am I doing? Got my two half square triangles. And I'm just going to roll the seam. Ooh, ooh, this thing needs WD-40. Okay. Okay. Nope. Too squeaky for now. Let's go with Woody. Okay. Now I'm going to put these half square triangles right sides together. I'm going to make sure that the prints or the two fabrics are opposite of each other. But well, actually before I do that, let's do this. My seam is going this way. Now I'm going to draw the line going the opposite direction. And we're going to basically do the same thing where we draw the line and sew a 1/4 inch away on both sides. This should work. If not, it's a design element. Whoops. Okay, so now I'm going to put the fabrics or the two half square triangles together, making sure that the prints are on opposite sides. Yep. So you kind of saw a preview of what I'm creating, in which I'm actually trying to create another 1/4 square triangle here, and I should get 2 of them. Fingers crossed that this works. Well, it's gonna work. I'm just kind of curious if I got the right size. If it's not the right size, then just stretch it out, right? Not flying geese. What? Well, I guess it kind of is, but the size is kind of weird. Because the length of it is actually it's not like a 2-to-1 ratio. So, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay. Did I just draw the line crooked? Oh well. Doo-doo-doo. Alrighty then. Let's go. Okay. Haha. Okay, so I knew that it could construct the block like this, but is this the right size? Hopefully it is. Oh, actually it's oversized, so I can trim it down. Yay! Okay, so I totally miscalculated my size requirement, but you know what? I don't mind it. It's being oversized, so I can trim it down. That's no problem. Okay, here's Jack. I'm just gonna spin the seam here in the center. And just give it a quick finger press. I am gonna hit this with the iron. How tall are you? I have a cousin who is 6'11". Oh, okay, I'm not that tall. He's got a good 5 inches on me there, Vera. It was funny because the other day I was actually at the grocery store And there was another tall gentleman in the store, and we both kind of like looked at each other like, what? And then we just kind of like shocked, and I just smiled at him, and then he was like, oh, okay. But he was also an Asian dude too, so which was rather funny. Okay, sorry. So let me scroll back up a little, see if I missed any questions. Kelly says, I did some FPP today trying to figure out how to do a particular border. And just kind of reading the discussions. Everybody's talking to each other. That's great. I have been searching for my favorite quilt block for the embroidery machine. No guessing on the cuts. I know they will match up. That was Jackie. And Vera Weeks says, I use the friction pens, but not where it will show on the block. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I know that a lot of people will use the friction pen just to mark maybe cut lines or sew lines, but not very many people I know, especially among long armors, they do not like to use the friction pen to draw in their quilting motifs or whatnot. So, yeah. And now that I've kind of did a somewhat of an experiment with it, I'm not surprised that they don't do it. But you'll have to wait for the video to come out on that. So, okay, so we're going to hit this with the iron. There we go. Now, let's make some room here for a second. Laura says, my husband is 6'5" and my son is 6'8". I look really short next to them. I'm 5'5". Oh, Laura. That's okay. You can wear the tallest high heel you have in your closet and still be okay. Okay, we're gonna trim this down. Trim that down. Then we'll go to hold on. Let me do it from there because that side of the ruler always gets me. So yeah, 3 and whenever I measure using this side of the ruler, I always get messed up. Okay. Oh, time to change the blade. Okay, then this should be right. Ha ha. Wait. Did I cut the wrong side? Yeah, that's why. Hold on. I think I trimmed it wrong. Okay, never mind. I'll fix that one later. So, let's see. If I need a block to end up being 3.5, I should be going at 3 1/4. Okay. No, 1 1/4. You would be surprised that I'm an accountant and I can't do simple math. How strange. So I'll do this 1 1/4 here. 1 3/4. Yeah, that's right. Where did I go wrong with the other one? Oh, geez. So then now this should be at 3.5 here. Boot. And boot. Okay, that looks right. Where did I go wrong with this one? Oh, it's actually right. I just was measuring the wrong side. Good thing I didn't actually cut it. Okay, there we go. And there we go. There we go. Haha, it worked. Can you tell I'm tired? Can't even do simple math. Okay, so that one goes like that. Then this one goes like that. And then this one goes like that. And this one goes like that. So we got it. No, wait, something's wrong. There. We got our basic 4 patch. So let's just sew it together. Oh, and what do you know? My seam's nest. Don't you just love it? Okay, and then we will sew these two. Okay, somehow these two didn't nest, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to press this one to the left. I'll take this one off. And press this one to the right. Yeah, this way. Now I'll sew. Yep. Sew it like that. And I'm gonna try my best to actually match up. Well, my point is off there. Is that gonna bother me? Nope. Yep. Sometimes you just have to let those kind of things go. Now, if this were a quilt that I'm actually giving to somebody, in which I'm not, but if it were, I would try my best to actually match up that center point. But this quilt is probably just going to be for me, so I'm not going to worry about it so much. And we shall open this up, see how bad the middle is. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Hey, look, a pinwheel. Ha! Okay, but the block is supposed to go like that. Yeah. See, according to the book, it's supposed to be like this. So we're going to put it like that. But actually, I'm going to set the blocks on point anyway, so you're going to see the pinwheel. Okay, let's take this to the iron. But before I do, let me just pop this seam because there is a lot of bulk here in the center. So, I think I'm going to actually press this one open here just to spread out the bulk. Okay. Let's press our seam allowances. Ba-ba-da-ba. There we go. So that's the Big Dipper. Okay, so sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling back. Because Diane Watson says that she uses different color friction pens to trace hand embroidery designs onto fabric. Never knew anybody to do that, actually. So thank you for sharing that with us. Sandy Adger says she loves friction pens. Okay. And Jackie says, my son-in-law is 6'2" and my daughter is 5'3". Wow. How did that height difference come out? And Laura says, yes, most of my shoes have some sort of heel. My daughter is 5'9" and loves the really tall heels. Okay. I always imagined, or I always wanted to find out what it would be like for me to wear high heels. Of course, I could probably just get cowboy boots and just get a large heel on the back. I don't know if I would be able to balance, though. My worst fear, I would actually just fall down and break my ankle. Yeah. Chloe Morgan says, those quarter square triangles get me every time too. Yeah, they're a bit tricky, Chloe. So I think I know what I did wrong, though. Because one of them I may have cut. Well, the one that I thought I miscut was probably the one that I didn't exactly get right. So, but I'm not going to stress out about it. I know for a lot of quilters, they nitpick on things like matching points or getting your points correct. So I'm not one of them. I do believe personally that having your points match up is rather important or something to strive for. But you know, I'm not going to stress out about it or not going to kill myself over it. I know other quilters, they labor over it, or if they don't get it perfect, it's like, oh, you know, quilting should be fun. And stressing out over missed points like this, you know, I don't make a big deal of it, but I do kind of feel like if you're learning or if you're If you're making a quilt for someone, then definitely you should try to make it the best you can. So again, as I said before, if this were a quilt that I was going to give away to someone, then I would probably rip that out and try and see if I can get it a little better. But this quilt is probably going to end up in my stash of quilts, so I'm not going to stress out about it. Oh, hey, Jim. Put S price of painter's tape over the number you don't need. Okay, I'm not sure what he's talking about there. Hello, Chloe. Have a good night, Delia. Thanks for stopping by. Well, she's probably gone by now, but good night. Y'all please remember to thumbs up, share, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Thank you, Kim. She hit all the points. Hi, Sharon Lewis. Glad you made it here tonight. Okay, everybody's saying nice block, nice block. Stay away from the ceiling fans. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I can't tell you how many times I've been hit by a couple of those. Sorry. High heel can hurt your ankles. Yeah. I've heard that too. A lot of my women friends who do wear like 5-6 inch high heels, yeah, they start complaining that their feet start hurting, their ankles start hurting. Yeah. If you can see it from a galloping horse, it doesn't exist. Well, thank you, Donna Hoskin. From here, the points look great. Oh, does it really? Let me see in the camera. Oh, yeah, it kind of does look good in the camera. Whoops, sorry. I know the cameras are... Okay, on to the next block, which is the bat wing. And this is the little one that's probably going to give me a little bit of trouble. Okay, so the bat wing is there. I think it's supposed to actually go like that, because to me that looks more like a bat, but okay. They pictured it like this, so whoops. Jim is saying back in the 80s I had a oars of shoes like in Saturday Night Fever, except in black. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. And Barb McKinley says, I've had 2 bunion surgeries from wearing high heels back when I worked. Ouch. Ooh, that's got to be painful. Ooh, just the thought of a bunion. So, I wasn't sure about this combination. What do you guys think about the blue or this turquoise? No, this isn't turquoise. This is kind of sky blue and gray. Again, it's a quilt that I'm just making scrappy, and I'm just kind of using scraps, and it's not really, well, at least right now, the intention of this quilt is not to give it away to someone, so I kind of figured let's just experiment with it. Besides, I was kind of digging through my scrap bin, and I noticed that I have a lot of blue scraps. Well, that's because I use a lot of blue fabric too, but yeah, let's just see how this combination works. Okay. So, I actually wrote down my estimated calculated measurements. I actually calculated or estimated the measurements that I need for this, so here's to hoping that it actually is correct. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't do this. So, question for all of you, if it's going to come up. So I saw a video out there on Cyberland, and it was of a person in the country of Dubai, or the city of Dubai. Is it a country or city? Anyway, in that part of the world. And what he was doing, I thought this looked really fun, but then I thought it would look really crazy. But I would still do it if I was in Dubai. He actually, if you never heard of what a zip line is, basically it's a cable line, a very long cable line, in which you kind of have, you're harnessed onto there. And think of it like a roller coaster on a steel cable line. Basically, you're wearing a harness, you're hanging from this cable line, and you're just going down. So this video that I saw was of the world's longest zip line, that's what they call it, and it went from, I think, from some hotel that was like 50 stories high. He was on the roof, and he zip lined all the way down, clear across. I don't know if it was a bay or there was a beach below him, and he went all the way down from one hotel to a smaller building that was only 2 stories high. And he had a camera on him. He was videotaping this whole thing. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is crazy, but it looks a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. So I would kind of, if I had the opportunity, I probably would do the same thing, but I would be peeing my pants the whole time or screaming, but would probably enjoy it. So, yeah. Hence the question for tonight. Is there something that you are afraid of trying, but maybe secretly you want to try it, but you're not brave enough to try it? Okay, what was my measurement here? Because I know a lot of people, or a lot of my friends, they're afraid of roller coasters. One of my friends, well, she's kind of brave because she goes swimming with sharks. I know I have another friend who, or I've seen people who do rock climbing, and they don't have any safety thing on them, so if they slip, they fall. But I guess there's a feeling of adrenaline. They're adrenaline junkies, yeah. So, or am I the only quilting adrenaline junkie? Okay, what was my measurement? Yep. I am glad that I get to use scraps for this particular 2 blocks. Ooh, I got some crumbs here. Or actually, put this in my string bin. Yep. Put that in the side for now. Okay. So for this, and this is the part I'm not sure it's going to work, but here's hoping. Sorry, if you hear a dog barking in the background, that's my neighbors. Alright, so this will be the body of our somewhat, maybe kind of distorted flying geese. So I need 2 of that. And hey, I got triangles. put that in the scrap pile. Now I also need, where did that go? You know what, I can use these, because what was my measurement? Is this big enough? Okay, I'll get a little bit of the selvage, but you won't notice it anyway. Thought I miscut it again. Okay, hello, Miss Guess Who Nancy. She says she likes the aqua and the gray. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I kind of like it too. Kelly is asking, was it the Burj Khalifa? It was not the Burj Khalifa. That I do know, because it didn't have that spike at the top. So it was some other unknown hotel. That's super tall. Yep. No heights for me. That's Nancy. Okay. Barb McKinley says, I want to go zip lining for my 80th birthday in June. You go, Barbara. You go. Any particular location, Barb? Skydiving. That's Claudia. She says, skydiving. I have repeated nightmares of falling off a cliff and wake up screaming. Oh, yeah, I could definitely see that. Well, if I were to go skydiving, I wouldn't necessarily be afraid of the free falling motion. What I would be afraid of is, usually when you go skydiving, and if you're not like a licensed professional in that, you have somebody attached to you. And if I were to go skydiving, chances are that person that's going to be attached to me is going to be a lot smaller than me. And so I do know for a fact that in the free fall motion, when you're skydiving, you can spin out of control. And part of the person that is attached to you, part of their job is to keep you under control. So I would be afraid that if I were to go skydiving, and once we jump out of that plane, I would probably spin out of control, and that person's not going to save me, and it's not going to end well. So, yeah. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind trying skydiving too. Don't quote me on that though. Of course I say it now, but if I get on the plane and I approach the open door, I might have a different opinion. What was this one? Okay, so this just so happened to be the right height, and so I need to cut it to the right width. What did they say? Measure twice, cut once. So got that one. And then I need one. Oh, actually, I should have used that to cut the square out, but that's okay. I'll just cut two of them, because I can always use another one. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, there. Nope, this way. I only need one, but I'm gonna cut two. Okay, then there's these two, in which I'm supposed to get mirror images, so I need to slice it. Okay, yeah, so I got the wrong sides together on this because I'm going for mirror images. And this blue fabric is going to be the wings of this very awkward flying geese unit. And so do I have mirror images? Yep, I do. So let's see if we can put this block together. So there's that, like that. The two grays with this in the middle there, and like that. Heaven forbid that I sew something wrong. Knock on cutting mat. But that's my layout. So I'm gonna start with the easy unit, which is the middle. Oh, forgot I had two of them. Wait a minute, why is this not... Did I miscut it? Measure, measure, measure. No, that's right. I think I cut this wrong, that's why. Sorry, I had to consult my calculation there. So this is one, and yep, I did cut these pieces wrong. Cut them to the wrong size. What do you know? Okay. Just recut it. Kind of quickly. Ooh, we're over. Okay. Okay, less talking, more sewing. 1 3/4. Oh, that doesn't line up. Okay. There we go. Yep, that looks a little better. So, So that piece, now, well, I'm going to be daring and hopefully I don't screw this up, but I'm going to sew this piece here. So hopefully I won't get myself confused, because this is exactly the type of thing that I would do. Get myself all mixed up between the different pieces, so yeah. And this is not lining up very well, but I'm just gonna make it match as best as I can. And we'll sew this piece. Flip that back. Okay, then we shall sew this piece on. Hello, Miss Katie. How are you feeling? Hope you're feeling better. And Donna Hoskins is saying, Eric, they have indoor skydiving facilities at Smoky Mountains, Gatlinburg. They also have it here. I did see, I don't know if they're still in business, but they do have it here. I've seen it done. It's, I don't know. It's kind of not the same thrill, because you know you're in like a confined space and you're not like in an airplane. That I would definitely do, because it actually does look fun. But yeah, I don't know if I would be brave enough to just go skydiving and jump out of a plane like that. Gayla Walters says, I would like to try the zip line. My fear is not being able to stop at the bottom. Gayla, actually, they do have like a stop. There's like this hook thing that kind of catches you, and if you're still going too fast, you kind of swing back and forth, and that's part of the fun. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. Yeah. Kim Burr says, it isn't the fall that hurts you, it's the sudden stop at the end. Ooh. That's true. That's true. Hello, Miss Teresa Louise. How you doing, girl? Hope everything's all right. Okay, what am I doing? I gotta get this unit sewn. So, yeah, this is really an awkward flying geese unit. Or sort of a distorted flying geese unit, but you know what? And again, I don't know how they created these blocks and matched, or, yeah. And that one's too long. Did I cut? Wait. It's supposed to be... Oh well, I'll just hack it off later. It's supposed to be... Did I yeah, I think, yeah, I measured that part wrong, but that's okay. I'm just gonna whack it off later. Part of the fun. Ooh, look at that point. No, don't look at the flaps, but look at the point. Okay, and I will flip this one back. And we shall stitch this one on. Flip that back. Oh, that point is going to get cut off, but that's okay. I can already tell because that is a little less than a 1/4 inch there. You know what? If I sew it this way, I might be able to salvage it. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay, not that bad. Now to press, and I'm going to trim this up. What happened here? Okay, this is bad even for me. So yeah, I'm gonna scrap this block, cut it up into pieces, put this one in the crumb bin, and try and make it over. Because this, even for me, even if it's a quilt that I'm not gonna give away, or a quilt that I'm making for myself, yeah, this is pretty bad. So I'm gonna redo this one. But yeah, hi. So I'll let you guys know how this block kind of turns out. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a night because I know it's getting late for some of you. But let me just scroll back up for a minute and read some of the comments. Sharon Lewis says, I know of someone who got stuck a while on a zip line in Alaska. I have seen that, Sharon. There is a zip line that I know of in Las Vegas on Fremont Street. And I've seen a few people actually get stuck right in the middle. So someone has to actually go and rescue them, or they throw a rope and someone drags them along. So I have seen that. But this one that I saw on the video, I mean, you're at almost like a 45-degree angle because you're going from the top of a 50-story high building, and it's pretty long, but it's pretty thrilling too. Well, at least it was to watch. So yeah, you will not get stuck on that zip line. There is a zip line in Whistler, BC that is a bunch or shorter ones actually, from place to place through the forest. I have seen those, Kelly. Actually, there is one in my own home state of Hawaii, in Maui, and it's actually you actually go over a cliff. Yeah, it's pretty thrilling. But you go from one point to the next point to the next point. So very popular to do. Okay, so good night, June. That dog needs a Malox meatball for all the barking. Yeah. Thanks for the idea, Diane. And Katie says she has a voice now, so doing better. Okay, that's good to hear, Katie. But and sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling through, making sure that I got all the questions. Diane is asking, what's the unfinished size of the blocks? Traditionally, the unfinished size of all of the blocks are 6.5 inches. This bat wing, but the bat wing, what's kind of complicating is just this top section here. I know that it actually looks like a flying geese unit, but it's a very distorted flying geese unit because it's not a 2-to-1 ratio. Usually when you do a flying geese, the length of the flying geese is usually twice the height, but this one is like the length or the height is 1.5, or not 1.5, but like just maybe about a ½ inch shorter. And I know that because I actually looked at the template and measured it. So I was kind of calculating how I could actually do that, or what size strips I needed, but I think somewhere in my calculations I went wrong. So live and learn, right? So okay, so I'm gonna say good night to everybody. Yeah, because we are almost an hour and a half, and I try to keep it to an hour. So yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. I want to say thank you guys for joining me here tonight. I know that for some of you it's really late, and I appreciate that you guys do stay up. Maybe you guys are sewing or midnight sewers. So, but yeah, and I will post a picture of the corrected block once I figure out what went wrong in my calculations. So, yeah. Again, don't forget this Saturday's Zoom for the QCR So Kind of Wonderful project that we got going. If you haven't received the invitation for the Zoom, please make sure that you do send me the email for that, as I will not be posting it anywhere on YouTube or on Facebook. So it's just basically just send me the email and then I will send you the information. And we're going to have fun. So thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight. And well, you all know what I'm going to say. So let's all say it together again. Let's all get out there and let's create something. Mwah. Bye for now.